In a turn of wild events, Shane McMahon has been released by his own father, with the news breaking out this morning. Yes, we know that wrestlers have been released all year long, but now it is time for Vince McMahon to actually fire his own son. I don't know what is going on right now with the WWE, but everything clearly seems to be out of control. As we all know, Shane McMahon made his return at the Royal Rumble, and it's been almost a complete year since we've seen him from WrestleMania 37 when he had that steel cage match with Braun Strowman, and he was probably the biggest surprise return outside of Bad Bunny. I believe his release was due to the heat he reportedly attracted after the match. The WWE roster was apparently furious, and I'm saying every single member of the roster was furious with Shane McMahon for how he booked the men's Royal Rumble match. Although he technically wasn't a producer of the match, Shane O'Mac had a lot of influence and was the reason why there were so many last-minute changes. People within the company felt like he booked the Rumble around himself, and that didn't sit well with them because if you think about it, the Royal Rumble should not be booked around a 50-year-old man who was the son of the company. He also openly buried Jamie Noble, who's been a longtime producer for the WWE after retiring from In the Ring. Speaking of Shane McMahon, there was even a new report from yesterday that stated that there were major plans for Shane O'Mac during the road to WrestleMania, and yes, it gets actually crazy. He was going to enter the Elimination Chamber match, and then there was also discussion of him wrestling Seth Rollins or Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. That means that this man could have been competing for the WWE Championship, and that is just a bizarre idea. Like, honestly, I feel like if he was going to wrestle Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, Shane McMahon most likely would have walked out of Mania as the WWE champion, and that is a scary thought. You can forget about all those plans though, because Vince McMahon apparently let go of his own son. The creative team has been told to disregard Shane McMahon and his booking, meaning that he's out of the picture. I find the events that transpired over the course of the last few days absolutely odd. I don't know how to feel about the news because on one hand, I love Shane McMahon. He's definitely a legend that always delivers at WrestleMania. Then again, I don't think I would have liked to see him face Seth Rollins or Bobby Lashley in a match at WrestleMania, especially if the WWE title is in that picture. A match with Austin Theory, I think, could have been a lot of fun. Austin Theory and Vince McMahon have been doing a lot of segments together, and I think that means that Vince McMahon could have been involved in this storyline, and he could have even put over the young star because Austin Theory is going to be a superstar, and having a win over Shane McMahon is nice. I think a match with Theory would have been good, but that's about it. I don't think he should have been a main event player. That's why I'm not too sad about it. Someone else will just take that spot. I think it's also just so weird to think about Vince McMahon letting go of his own son. The heat must have been astronomical because I can't see him releasing Shane McMahon if there's only a little heat. The backstage morale must have been at an all-time low if he really released Shane McMahon. And if that is the case, I think Vince McMahon did the right thing because he wanted to please the rest of his roster, and that is important, having a good backstage feeling. You can't have everyone hate you just because you're booking your son to be a champion. Honestly, I feel like the drama behind the scenes is a lot more interesting than the storylines they write for TV. Like, I would probably pay to have a cameraman follow the wrestlers around backstage showing the real beef because that is where the real money is at. But in all seriousness, I think that this is important breaking news because it does show that there is something going on with the WWE and we don't really know what is happening. It is all over the place. The fact that Shane McMahon got released means that something deeper is happening within the company, and it makes you wonder, is Nick Khan behind all of this? I don't know. I wish I had the answers and I hope they unfold, but until then, we don't know anything. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Shane McMahon being released in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.